Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. If you've been watching my channel for some time, you realize that I cover Poland on many of my videos. And that's not because I have something with Poland, it's because Poland call its name out very often. Usually doing something that is, from my perspective, aggressive, stupid, and sometimes hateful. But anyway, each country has its own destiny, if you want, or builds its own destiny, and they can do everything they want. But then there will be action and reaction, and I don't think the consequences for Poland will be positive ones. That's why I'm trying to, I think, raise awareness among my Polish friends, as many as I have, that I think they're gonna get in trouble with both the Russians and some NATO countries. Poland, I think, is under the US 100%, and it plays its card right now. What happened? Poland challenges Germany. Now, it's not hard to challenge Germany since Germany shows no balls, and Poland shows balls. So, always a ballsy entity will win against a non-ballsy entity until they really get, really in a scuffle. Germany will avoid that scuffle, so that means up to that point it will lose. Poland has some issues with Germany, historical issues, and vice versa. The problem is Germany has no balls in between its legs. It's just like this, okay? Since the 9th of May 1945, kind of like that. No balls. Poland, on the other hand, thinks that it should play a bigger, more important role in the European politics. Well, they consider themselves at 38, 39 million people as a population, an important player, and they want to play that role. But they forget that before 1918, I think from since 1794 or so until 1918, they were not existent as a country. So I'm afraid that could happen again, and they, instead of playing around in a democratic and diplomatic way, I think they choose aggressivity. Okay, you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Germany is supposed to provide Ukraine with Leopard 2 tanks. Only Germany, nobody else. Americans are holding their Abrams. The Brits said they're going to send their Challenger 2 tanks. The French said they might send their Leclerc tanks. They all might send something. The Poles already sent, according to a report about 3 weeks ago, about 240 T-72 tanks. They're old Soviet-era, Russian-era tanks. And now they think that could help their Ukrainian neighbors, that they kind of have a few questions about some territories over there in the western Ukraine, if you know what I mean. Help them with some Leopard tanks from Germany that they have. But the problem is like this. When you buy a tank from Germany, a Leopard 2 tank, which Poland did, Poland cannot give it to someone else, a third party, without the German approval. So Poland wants to send German tanks to Ukraine, but it needs, by contract, it needs German approval. The Germans are, what should we do? Should I get married? Should I not get married? Should I have this? Okay, remember, no balls. Now the Poles says, you know what? With your approval or not, Germany, we will send your tanks. Now, how do you call that one? Breach of contract? I don't care about you. Well, this is one of the articles I'm going to cover today. I have two of them, and that starts like this. It comes from Russia Today, and I have to be straight with you. I picked Russia Today because it was CNBC and other CBS that had it, but their article was, 10 minutes read, and this is about 1 minute read. So I don't have time and nerves to read all those weasels telling us whatever. This guy's going to be straight to the point. You are going to be able to navigate through the RT propaganda as you are able to navigate through Ukrainian propaganda or other Western news outlets propaganda. So let's get it on with this one. Russia Today. So this is from January 23rd, 2023. Polish diplomat warns Germany amid tank standoff. So Poland, as I said, becomes very aggressive towards its friends and allies, Germany, correct? Now, we have here the other article, which is right here. This comes from European Pravda, which is a Ukrainian news outlet. Again, it's from today, the 23rd of January 2022. Poland to ask for German permission to send Leopards to Ukraine, but to hand over tanks in any case. Did you hear that? Poland's prime minister says. So it's like you are with your wife, and let's say you say, honey, I'm gonna go to, I don't know, the bar, or go and play tennis with some friends, is it okay? You ask, just to kind of let her know or so. But she can say, no, I wouldn't like you to do that because I feel this, and I'm sick or something. And you will say, okay, well, I will respect your wish and stay with you or whatever. That's, I think, a communication between equals. But Germany doesn't play like an equal in the European Union, and nevertheless, Germany provided Poland with tanks, not vice versa. So it's like you tell your mom when you were a boy or a girl, Mommy, I'm going outside to play. Wait a minute, buddy. Wait a minute. You ask for permission, yes or no. But I'm saying, regardless of your answer, I'm going to do it anyway. So why do you bother to ask? So again, Poland to ask for German permission, but we'll do it anyway. So that means it's just a formality, basically. So how do you call that? You tell me. Do you think that's right? So let's see what the Poles are doing. Correlate that with the other article that I named and see how that plays. So Poland will officially ask Germany for permission because Germany are so ballless that they said, well, we've never been actually asked by Poland for permission. We have no problem with that. Really? Okay. So Poland will officially ask Germany for permission to send its Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine, but it will transfer the tanks as part of a small coalition even without Germany's approval. Did you hear that? And now you talk like this, let's say 1939, and you're gonna see the reaction of a different kind of Germany. But nowadays you have a different Germany, and you can afford saying, F you, I will do it without you or not. Screw those contracts and whatever. Why? What are you gonna do, Germany? Nothing. And besides, United States loves us more. So back off. So Mateusz Morawiecki, the Prime Minister of Poland, said that the formal request for consent, which will be sent to Berlin, is a secondary theme. He added that the glimmer of hope for Germany's agreement in this matter was the recent statement of the German Minister of Foreign Affairs. Pressure makes sense because this weekend the Foreign Minister of Germany sent a slightly different message that gives us a glimmer of hope that not only Germany will not block, but will finally hand over heavy equipment, modern equipment to help Ukraine. He said, why do you care? Why don't you say your things? I'm talking about everybody's looking at Germany. That's what bothers me. They have more than, I'm quoting again, everybody's doing business with other people's property. In this case, Poland is talking about Germans' tanks, and Germany should send. Send yours. Well, I need the approval. And even if I don't need approval, I'm going to do it nevertheless. Okay, you do it. What's Germany going to do? Nothing. Remember, the Polish government sent a little request for $1.3 trillion to Germany as World War II reparations. So does that sound like friends? And Germany said, you know what? Beat it. Get that away from here. So these are among friends and allies. Why? Because the Germans claim that in the 1960s and 70s they cleared the whole thing, they settled it with then the government of Poland. But Poland wants money because they're friends. Now put that together with this. We ask for your permission, but we do it anyway. And the other one, threatening, warning Germany. I wonder what's the warning all about, right? Let's go back to this article. And I'm quoting, they have more than 350 active Leopards and about 200 in storage. They can really help Ukraine, which is struggling today. This struggle also means the struggle for security, for peace in Europe. End quote. Blah, 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 blah. So, when asked whether Poland has already requested Germany's permission, he replied, and I'm quoting, "We will ask for such permission, but this is an issue of secondary importance. We will ask for such permission, but this is an issue of secondary importance. Even if we did not get this approval, we will still transfer our tanks together with others to Ukraine. This condition for us at this moment is to build at least one small coalition of countries." End quote. So, got that? That's this is how the Poles operate, and the Germans are supposed to like it, if you know what I mean. And moreover, the Poles now warn the Germans. Well, I'm pretty sure that in 1939 they wouldn't have done this, but hey, different people, different culture, different politicians, different environment. It's just that, now these guys can bully the other ones, and if they can, I guess they do it. So let's see this little article here from Russia Today that I started with. This video is saying that Polish diplomat warns Germany amid tank standoff. Berlin must consent to providing Leopard 2 tanks to Kiev or become isolated and weak. One of Warsaw's top diplomats has said, "What are you talking about? Germany is already weak and isolated." It's a big world out there, Poland. It's not only the United States and the 23 weasels, like the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's not only you guys over there. It's a big world over there. But these guys, because they think they are the center of the universe, they look at, we are 5 here, and over there are like 3 million. Hey, we isolated them, but we're only 3 or 5, you know what I mean? That's what NATO, and this is how 20, 30 European countries talk about the 193 countries that the planet has. But they isolate everybody else. And I make this analogy many times. It's like you go to a party with 2 friends, and they're like 100 guys are partying over there, and you say, I'm not talking to you, I'm not talking to you, I'm not talking to you, I'm not talking to none of you, the 100. And say, hey, we 3, we isolated them. Ha ha! And we're 3 and they are 100. They are communicating, they are talking to one another. So who's isolated? But anyway, with this kind of brain, you can't do much. But let's see what's going on in this article. Germany is facing possible international isolation unless it agrees to supply tanks to Ukraine. This is a threat, right? And no, is it? Poland's deputy foreign minister said on Polish radio on Monday, Arkadiusz Mularczyk. So it's either or. You give the tanks, then you are back with us, or you don't give tanks and then you're doomed. That's what's going on here. So all this just to make sure that Ukraine is going to win somehow, which, as I said many times, that is an almost impossibility because of the Russian nuclear weapons. And they will use them, that's my assessment, in case they are losing territory that they already gained. That's one thing. The other thing, when they're going to probably lose patience with NATO, they will probably do something. But I hope they don't. And NATO tries to scrape the bottom of the barrel right now. I had another article that I discussed in the previous video today with Estonia giving all its howitzers, all its 155 millimeter howitzers to Ukraine, all of it. And I showed where on the map Estonia is next to Russia. It's just a piece, a little over there, some water in between them. That's it. And they gave everything to Ukraine. Crazy. And then I had, I think, the Denmark again gave its Caesar, all its Caesar howitzers, the French Caesars howitzers to Ukraine. Again, I think there were 19. Depleted themselves. What's next? They were going to deplete all their military capabilities, but it's okay. The military-industrial complex is working not 3 shifts, 20 shifts a day. Because now is the time to bang, 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 make a lot of money. Beat the iron as it's hot. Isn't that something like that? Yeah. So, Poland will do it anyway, regardless of what Germany, what is that, a country? We still have Gdansk, so you, Germany, we still have, right, East Prussia. You, Germany, correct? Yeah, so we won. You lost. And then this guy is threatening or warning Germany that you're going to get isolated if you don't do what we think you should do. believable. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.